Today I'm recommending all the best business movies you can stream at home. But these savvy films don't just entertain, they teach you how to win. So I'm not just listing them, I'm breaking them down by where they fall on the path to success. From scrappy startups to billion-dollar boardrooms, so you can find the perfect one for your next movie night. Welcome to Movie Snacks, where I save you time and enhance your streaming services by recommending all the best movies to stream at home. And to keep things easy, I'll leave an updated list in the top pinned comment so you can always know exactly where to stream all of the films in this video. Now let's kick off our list with level 1 on the path to success, the scrappy beginners. These movies are all about people getting started on the road to success, or should I say, on the pursuit of happiness. In the pursuit of happiness, a struggling salesman takes custody of his son as he's poised to begin a life-changing professional career. This movie hits hard with its emotional story on struggle and perseverance. Will Smith delivers one of his best performances. It's very emotional, very genuine. His son is in this movie acting with him, so there's that bond there. Throughout the movie, the character is trying to make the situation as normal for his son as he can, but it's a very difficult situation that they're going through. There's a lot of heartbreak in this, but in the end, it's pretty uplifting and it shows that hard work eventually does pay off. This one would be really good for anyone starting out in a career or going through tough times, or who just wants some motivation and likes a good underdog story. Our next scrappy beginner shows what happens when ambition meets the fierce world of fashion, where survival means mastering power and control, and where the devil wears Prada. In The Devil Wears Prada, Andy, a recent college graduate with dreams of becoming a journalist, moves to New York and lands a job as an assistant to Miranda Priestly, a powerful and notoriously difficult fashion magazine editor. This movie's sharp and of course it's stylish, but it's a fun, honest take on the price of ambition. Meryl Streep completely dominates every scene she's in, and she makes the character Miranda Priestly an iconic boss in movie history. It's just fun, funny at times, but the heart of the film is about learning when to walk away when something just isn't right for you. I did an internship once at a famous Chicago recording studio, and it was very relatable to the situation that Anne Hathaway's character is going through in this movie. This one's great for young professionals, fashion lovers, and anyone who's trying to find balance between work and personal happiness. Next, we'll move up to level 2, the hustlers and the risk takers. Here, we're diving into two films that follow business-savvy individuals chasing their big break. And in 2020, when everyday folks took on Wall Street, the smart money was on dumb money. In Dumb Money, an ordinary guy invests in GameStop stock and shares his insights online. As more people join in, a financial movement's born, shaking Wall Street and triggering the battle between everyday investors and billionaires. This one is a wild and entertaining ride that made all the stock market chaos that was happening during COVID a lot of fun to watch. The cast is fantastic, and the movie perfectly captures the energy of regular people taking on Wall Street. It balances humor and real frustration over how the system works against everyday investors. I really enjoyed the kaleidoscope of characters in this movie, as well as their individual stories and how they all combine and relate to one another. This one's ideal for people who like financing and investing or are interested in social media driven moments, but it's also great for anyone who likes an underdog story with a lot of humor. If Dumb Money highlights the chaos and the revolution of the stock market from the ground up, then Glengarry Glen Ross shifts the focus to the cutthroat world of high-stakes sales, where desperation and ruthless competition drive every deal. In Glengarry Glen Ross, a group of real estate salesmen in New York are told that only the top 2 performers will keep their jobs. As pressure rises, desperation leads to ruthless and questionable tactics. This film is pure intensity from start to finish, with some really snappy and at times crude dialogue. The cutthroat world of sales is brutal, but all the actors did a great job with their performances in this movie. Ones that really stood out to me were Al Pacino, Alec Baldwin, and Jack Lemmon. I love that the film is tense and ruthless, and it doesn't shy away from showing the ugly side of chasing success. This is a must-watch for salespeople, business professionals, and anyone who likes workplace drama. Now that we've mastered the hustle and taken those big risks, the next step is leveling up, playing in the big leagues with the true movers and shakers. These are the visionaries who don't just chase opportunities, they create them, sometimes even out of thin air. Air is based on the true story of Nike, which at the time was a struggling shoe company, and how they took a huge risk by signing a young Michael Jordan, leading to the creation of the Air Jordan brand, one of the most successful partnerships in sports history. The story of Nike landing Michael Jordan is full of energy, and it makes business deals feel as exciting as watching a sports game. It's very smart, and it has some great comedy sprinkled throughout. I'd put off watching this one for a long time, but when I finally did, I had so much fun. Shout out to Ben Affleck, he did a great job directing this one. It's just a feel-good, high-stakes movie that celebrates the power of vision and belief. This one would be perfect for marketers, sports fans, sneakerheads, and anyone who likes stories about high risk taking and game-changing decisions. From the game-changing deal that redefined Nike and Air, we shift our focus to a very different kind of high-stakes business story, one fueled by excess, ambition, and controversy. The Wolf of Wall Street. Based on the true story, The Wolf of Wall Street follows Jordan Belfort's rise from a young stockbroker to a wealthy, reckless businessman until his fraudulent schemes finally catch up with him. Is this film a celebration of corporate America on its worst behavior? Maybe, but the movie never slows down, and it's packed with insane scenes that are both hilarious and horrifying. Leonardo DiCaprio and Jonah Hill are both electric in this movie, making you love them and hate them at the same time. The movie is 3 hours long, but it was such a roller coaster ride that it felt so much shorter when I was watching it. This movie's gonna be best for those fascinated by Wall Street, high energy storytelling, and the extremes of wealth and greed. This next level is all about game changers who don't just succeed, they redefine the rules. These are the true power players, reshaping the game on their own terms. But sometimes redefining the rules comes with high stakes, especially in the world of finance. Margin Call pulls back the curtain on the crisis in the making, where split-second decisions mean the difference between survival and total collapse. Margin Call takes place over a tense 24 hours when employees at a major investment bank discover that the company is on the verge of financial disaster, forcing them to make tough choices before the market crashes. I love recommending this movie to people. It feels like it's so overlooked, and I just don't understand why. The cast is just incredible, and every conversation feels like a game of chess, but with billions of dollars at stake. It has this incredible way of making all the economic decisions and the stress and the financial and the ethical dilemmas behind them super clear to understand. One scene in particular just does this so beautifully. It's a gripping, slow burn drama that feels very real. The characters have this complexity to them, and it just makes it very relatable. This one's great for finance professionals, economics students, or anyone who likes corporate thrillers with high stakes. If Margin Call shows a spark of a financial meltdown, then The Big Short dives straight into the fire, exposing the bold outsiders who saw it coming and bet against the system. In The Big Short, a small group of investors realize the housing market is built on risky loans and predict its collapse. While the rest of the world ignores the warning signs, they make a fortune by betting against the system. Somehow this one manages to make financial disasters entertaining and even, dare I say, funny. It breaks down complex idea with humor and style while keeping the stakes really high. A really unique storytelling approach makes it unforgettable. There were moments in this film where economics were being explained to me and I was like, I feel pretty smart. And there were moments in this movie where economics were being explained to me and I was like, I feel pretty stupid. I don't know if that was intentional, but hey, it happened. This one's ideal for anyone who wants to understand the 2008 crisis in an engaging way with humor and great storytelling. Now we've made it to the highest level of the business world. It's no longer about wealth or influence, it's about total domination. These are unstoppable forces that sit at the very top, reshaping entire industries with relentless ambition and unstoppable power. And few stories embody that relentless ambition quite like The Founder. The Founder is the story of Ray Kroc, a struggling salesman who meets two brothers with an innovative fast food concept. He takes their idea and turns McDonald's into a global empire, but at a great cost. Now, there is a lot about McDonald's that I really love. I'm just gonna come clean about that. Don't judge me. Regardless, this is a fascinating and unsettling look at how McDonald's became a global empire. Michael Keaton is perfect as Ray Kroc, playing the fine line between genius and ruthless greed. It's just a compelling business story that shines a light on the dark side of the American dream. It's a great pick for entrepreneurs, business students, and anyone interested in how a big company rose and at what costs. If The Founder is the story of ambition building a fast food empire, There Will Be Blood takes that drive to an even more ruthless level, where power, oil, and greed fuel an unrelenting quest to win. There Will Be Blood follows a ruthless oil prospector in the 1900s who becomes wealthy but faces intense conflicts over greed, power, and morality as he builds his empire. A masterpiece of ambition, greed, and power, with Daniel Day-Lewis delivering one of the best performances ever. I'll just say I think this movie is one of the greatest films of all time. It's slow but mesmerizing while building tension the whole way through until it just explodes. The cinematography and the acting just really add to this movie, making every moment feel larger than life. I love how business and religion collide in this movie, sometimes working together but oftentimes at war with one another, used as tools for power and control. This one's perfect for film lovers who love intense character studies about obsession, or for anyone who just wants to see one of the greatest acting performances and films of all time. While There Will Be Blood portrays a titan rising through oil and ambition, The Social Network brings that same hunger for power into the digital age, where innovation, betrayal, and genius collide to reshape the modern world. In The Social Network, Harvard student Mark Zuckerberg creates Facebook, a social media platform that takes off faster than anyone imagined. As the company grows, he faces lawsuits from people who claim he stole their ideas. You're gonna feel that this one's special from the very beginning. I mean, the movie about coding and lawsuits has no business being as thrilling as this movie is. Perfectly casted with great dialogue, Jesse Eisenberg captures the awkward genius of Mark Zuckerberg perfectly. It's not just a story about Facebook, it's a story about ambition and betrayal, and about how success can come at a cost. I honestly also consider this to be one of the best films ever, and I rewatch it all the time. It's a must-watch for entrepreneurs, tech enthusiasts, and anyone interested in the dark side of success and innovation. And that's the list. Which of these business movies resonates with you the most? For me, I'd say I'm at the scrappy beginner stage of this YouTube journey. I'm only still just getting started, but I'd love for you to come along for the ride and join the Movie Snacks community by liking the video, subscribing, and hitting that notification bell. And as always, thank you for watching, and until next time.